Hey, so I know learning how to code can be hard, can be even frustrating at times, especially when code doesn't run, when there are bugs, and when software doesn't behave like you expected it to be. I know it is frustrating. I've been there. So today I'll show you how I keep motivated while learning how to code, how I keep going, and how I actually enjoy the process. Build something meaningful. All right, so if you want to learn how to code, you've already watched a lot of tutorials, you've been through tutorial hell, and you want to get out of there. So what you want to do is build something that's meaningful to you. Build something that solves a problem for you. For example, I didn't build this when I was learning how to code, but I had this idea and I thought it was a good idea because it solved a problem that we had in the family, and it was a family task manager. So we wanted to know, we wanted to organize who had to wash the dishes on a certain day, who had to go out and get the groceries, and that kind of stuff, and even put like a bucket list or a grocery list. That was something that would have solved the problem of just constantly fighting over who has to wash the dishes tonight, who has to wash the bathroom tonight or today, whatever. So that was something that was meaningful to me. Another thing could be a gift exchange app. For example, it's Christmas is around the corner, and it will be useful to have an app that will allow the members of a group that want to enter an exchange gift program or an exchange gift activity, and just enter their preferences, what they like or what they don't like. Just to name an example, I know you have a problem in your day-to-day that you might want to solve with software. It can be an app, like a mobile app, it can be a web app, it can be a desktop app, whatever, but I'm sure you have a problem that can be solved with software. So building the app that solves your problem will keep you motivated because you're building it with a purpose. You are building something meaningful. You also want to create a learning schedule. You want to set a date, a time where you're going to sit and learn. You want to have on a calendar an hour, half an hour, 2 hours a week, or 4 hours during the weekend, whatever, but you want to set a schedule and stick to it. I know that is hard. We can't even go to the gym regularly. I'm talking about myself, but I know it's hard to set a schedule and stick to it. But if you do it, it's going to be so beneficial because you're going to be constantly learning, and consistency is key. Another thing that will help you a lot is joining a community. Becoming part of a community that is also learning and that shares the same struggle as you are by learning a new language or acquiring a new skill. So there are a lot of coding communities out there. There are in Reddit and Stack Overflow. Yes, that's still a thing. Free Code Camp has a forum, a very well established forum where members can talk about their projects and just share knowledge. Also, you can join GitHub discussions, become part of a project, an open source project, and just ask questions and collaborate with other people in a GitHub project. That's also very, very helpful to join and be part of a community, of a software developer community that it's also learning and sharing knowledge. That's the most important thing, just being able to share and become part of something, become part of a community. Okay, now the next thing is identify your goal and your purpose. Those are two different things. Now, let's be honest. If you want to get in the tech industry, it's probably because of money, because you want to because you want financial success, because you want financial freedom, and it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. So I want you to identify your goal and the purpose. Those are two different things. And I'm going to be very personal here. I'm going to tell you my goal is to buy my mama a house. I want to have $12,000 a month of income. For some people that might be too little, for some it might be too much. I don't know. To me, I think that'll be enough to meet my family needs. So, with that being said, I have identified my goal. Now, my purpose is to make my family's life better, to not stress, to not worry about if I have money to go to the grocery stores and buy whatever I want. Like, I want to be able to go out and buy as much oranges as I want, as much apples as I want, like go without a budget. Right now, like I'm going to the store with a budget and I can't afford to buy, even we're talking about basic needs, food. I can't even afford to buy whatever I want in terms of food. I mean, my purpose is to not worry about that, to meet my family's needs, to achieve financial freedom. That is my purpose. So once you identify those two and you keep them in mind, you're gonna have yourself motivated as long as you keep those things in mind. And you gotta have a reminder, you gotta have a poster, you gotta have a quote, you gotta have a notebook, you gotta have something that reminds you of that goal. Let me tell you, for example, like every time I talk to my mom on the phone, when I hang up, I go straight to the computer and keep working on my projects. All right? That motivates me. Okay? Really, when I go to the store and I see things that I can't afford, when I come back home, I go straight to the computer. That motivates me. Okay? So you gotta find your goal, your purpose, and use them as motivators. You gotta expose yourself to the reminders. I didn't like going to the store because of the same thing. I got myself depressed. I can't even afford to buy whatever I want in terms of food. Now I expose myself to that because I know that it hurts. Like it's a struggle. So I wanna remind myself that it's something that I wanna overcome, and it's something that's not gonna be like that always. So I use it as motivation, right? Your goal and your purpose. So this last one is the most important of them all. And you gotta nail this one to really keep motivated. So you gotta trick your mind. You gotta wash your brain. You actually have to lie to yourself. And I say this because the process is not going to be easy. The process is going to be hard. You're not going to enjoy it at all. You're going to definitely enjoy when you reach the goal, but the process is not going to be easy. So you want to tell yourself that you are enjoying, that it's all about the process. It's all about the process, and that the goal will come there eventually. It's just a matter of time. You don't know when, but you know it will come. You gotta trick yourself. You gotta tell yourself that it's just a matter of time. But now I'm enjoying the process. Like I'm enjoying every day learning something new. I'm enjoying every day building something and giving this thing a step at a time. I'm enjoying myself. Like I'm really doing that. So if you keep telling yourself that it's all about the process, it don't matter what the outcome is, you've enjoyed the trajectory, you've enjoyed the way. the process, the actual process. So it's a switch you have to do. It's a switch you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy the process to keep motivated, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's like that horse or that donkey chasing a piece of carrot, right? So you got to trick your mind and just enjoy it. Just believing that it'll come. It'll come someday. You don't know when, but it's going to come. It's a mediocre way of thinking, not really sure, but it definitely keeps you motivated. It keeps you from quitting. At least it works for me. So yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all and see what y'all think. Please comment below. I really want to read your comments. I really want to know what your experiences are. So yeah, until the next one, you already know what it is.